got to get some peaches, some homemade ice cream, some blackberry jam. We got lots of stuff today. Yum. Homemade ice cream. Vanilla or strawberry? Oh, nice. Ooh, blackberry. Good, I skipped breakfast. Homemade pies. Fresh lemonade. Muffins. No TV this morning. Cucumbers. I think I've been eating vegetables all week.
Hi.
Hello.
We are just about to have some samples of the tea that
What kind of contraption y'all got here? Drinking out of mason jars and straws?
Yes, we are.
fresh
Over
iced
here
tea.
we have our samovar. That's where we get our name from, Samovar Gardens. A samovar is a Russian tea serving system.
That's great too. There's good and bad about both. Can you grab a market?
Legendary. Microwave Dave. Man, how long you been playing now?
It's been about 10 minutes now, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about changing careers. I hear plumbing pays real well. People always need a plumber.
Do you think you'll ever make it as a musician?
Well, you know, music is it's such a great commodity, and there's a demand for it every day, and everybody's willing to pay lots of money to hear it. So I don't think I'm qualified. So, yeah.
Odd for you out on 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
The only advantage today is that I only had to play last night till 10 o'clock. If this had been at 2 o'clock a.m. night like most of mine are, you would not have seen me at this hour, right?
Does a day go by and you don't play some sort of music?
This time of year, no. I've been really blessed, especially, I think I worked 29 dates this May, so that's like pretty good.
I'm sure you'll be doing the Handy Festival too this year.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one of your favorite events?
Absolutely. That's one of the greatest events. I'm always amazed at the number of people in the Tennessee Valley who are not onto the Handy Festival. It's like they'll go to a festival where they got to sit behind a chain link fence about 500 feet from the artist, pay a big ticket price, listen to them on a big sound system, and that's all good. It's all fun. And they'll pass up the chance to sit in a small venue with the people who make all these great records and back all these great artists and who've been doing this for decades, and have a chance to not only listen to them, but probably go up and say hello to them and tell them how much you appreciate their music, which they enjoy hearing too. It's
I was
just,
with Donnie Fritz and Travis Womack last week.
yeah, I'll be with Travis down in Boom Days in Fort Payne. That's coming up in September. I'll
Really?
get to play with Travis again. That's always fun. Yeah, I'll get to see Travis. I get to see how bad of a guitar player I actually am when I see Travis. Back to work. The first time I saw him, I think, was 1965, and he was opening for the Beach Boys in Atlanta. And
Travis was opening for the Beach Boys?
Yep. He had that scratchy hit record back then, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
He still got it.
So he opened for the Beach Boys in 65.
I think it was 65, somewhere around there. Right before I went, it might have been 66, but somewhere in that area.
Yeah, so people may really miss out if they've never been to a Handy Festival.
I don't know what's the matter with them if they don't go. It's just, I tell folks, get a room over there, pick 3 days at least, stay in the shows. There's a million places to eat. There's a million venues over there, and there's music in shoot, in grocery stores, the post office, I mean, banks, everything's got music going on all day long. You get your little pamphlet out and figure out where you want to be and schedule yourself up and just have a whole bunch of great experiences. And there's a number of people that I know from way out of state that we told them at the Handy Festival, and you're missing out. I know you love music, and you're missing out not being at this event. And they'd come, first time they came for a day. The second time they came for 3 days. And now they come every year. They're there the whole week. They get there before it starts. They don't leave till it's all over. And it's like, because there's just no other festival like it. It's just the quality of musicianship and the relaxed atmosphere and the intimacy of the venues. That's an amazing combination.
Well, you're amazing yourself. You are a legend.
Security, please remove this guy with the camera.
I know you feel like it.
Oh, yeah. I feel bludgeoned, baby. I don't know, legend. Yeah. Are you going to put that down and help me load out or not?
He's not much help, is he?
What did I say? Just like a blister, show up when the work's all done.
You see no calluses on those hands.
You can't see in my van without a security clearance.
Check out that van.
Now, when you had that other van, how many miles did you tell me was on that thing?
656,000.
Did it finally die?
No, well, I mean, we retired it. It was
600-some thousand miles on it.
yeah, it did real good. We had one motor the whole time. Had a rebuilt one. That's what was amazing.
I guess it's hard to believe seeing legends like you set your own stuff up.
Well, how much do you pay to go to the gym? I can't afford the gym. Just give me a little something to do.
Beautiful day for it.
About how many times a day you figured you set yourself up to play?
Today?
Anytime.
Oh, today just one so far, but another time coming. I don't know. I really don't know how many of these I do a year. I do maybe a couple hundred solos a year if I'm lucky. But a lot of charity work and people just ask you to come out and play for events and stuff. It's I don't know the exact numbers. And the band, the band's the main thing. That's how I make my living with the band. Back in the day, the band would work.
So you are a real musician. What did you ever do besides music to make a living?
I don't know if we have time to cover this or not, actually. Yeah, I've built septic tanks. I tamed wild parrots for pet stores.
You did what? Tame wild parrots?
Parrots for pet stores, yeah.
What kind of, how do you do that? Carefully?
Yeah, you use your other hand beside your picking hand, that's for sure, yeah.
Train wild parrots.
Yep.
I didn't even know that was a job.
Oh, yeah. I did cabinet work and woodwork for a while. Enjoyed that. That was the only thing besides music I think I really enjoyed was doing woodwork. It was just about as reliable as music. Not quite.
And you've been playing music ever since. Dave, you remember the mayor, Mayor Ronnie Marks?
How you doing, there?
How you
Good to see
doing?
you.
Good to see
Pleasure.
you.
Thanks for allowing me in your...
Thank you for being here,
I'm
man.
glad to be here.
Oh, it's great. You finally get all the power hooked up to you.
Well, I had to do the wrong plug. Once you find the right plug, everything else in life is like that too.
Life
Right?
goes that way.
You know where the right plug is, you're halfway there.
Thanks a lot for being here.
Hey, beautiful
you got
day
a
for
pleasant day. Feels good. That's
great.
great.
I was telling him earlier, the great thing is I only had to play till 10 o'clock last night, so I got to bed at midnight. That's good for me.
Good. You don't know this guy, do you?
Well, only on weekends. Thanks for allowing me back in
Hey,
town.
thank you.
I'm glad
Good to
be
see
here.
you.
Thanks
Take
for all
care.
you do, too.
Thank you. You too.
Now, what was I doing here? Oh, yeah.
Tell me about all the odd jobs you had.
All the what?
You're talking about all those other jobs. How'd you get involved in this type of music? Is this just your favorite type?
Blues?
Yeah.
Well, I fell in love with blues with due to radio when I was a kid in Texas. And I had one of those little crystal radio kits. The only station that would pick up in Houston there was the black station. I'd mess up the coil. And so late at night, I've been listening to the top 40 radio, and my dad said, turn that radio off and go to sleep. Yes, sir. So I wouldn't. I get my little earplug out, plug in the crystal kit, and all I could get was KYOK back then. And KYOK would have blues on all night long. And back then I was scared of the dark and I had a hard time going to sleep. So I'd lay there and that blues would be playing, and those disc jockeys were crazy. They'd be up there all night and they'd doing live commercials, you know, and they'd play a record 5 times in a row. They'd do whatever they wanted to do. And after I really loved that music, and I'd wake up in the morning, the earphone would be in the gospel program would be on in the morning, so I'd wake up to that.
You don't do a lot of gospel, do you?
Well, I do a little bit, but not much. It's mostly when people ask. You know, I do some things for churches every now and then. So but I'm not a gospel musician. I'm underqualified.
So basically, how many different instruments are you capable of playing?
I think today maybe one if I'm lucky, but I don't know. I've kind of eliminated a lot of it. I used to do what in my Nashville days what they call a utility man. You can play a lot of different stuff. But, I eliminated the trumpet. I eliminated the fiddle. I eliminated the flute. Pretty much eliminated the harmonicas. Still play some drums. Still play some bass. But primarily I'm a guitar player anymore. So you can tell I've simplified my life a lot, right?